Here's another quick vid about some of the things that I do when I'm using the dash in Unity in 1104. So the first thing is also about the keyboard. So I'm a fairly keyboard focused user, so I've noticed a lot of the features in there. So one thing that you quickly learn about Unity is that the meta key is a really important key that you pivot around, and on a lot of keyboards the meta key has a Windows logo, but it's really just the meta key. So one of the things is that there's a difference between tap and hold in Unity with the meta key, and it's really useful. So if you tap it, it brings up the dash. Then I hit escape to let that go, and it all goes away again. But if I hold down the meta key, it behaves a little differently. If I hold it down, see the launcher comes out with the numbers on it, and then I can use that to switch between um, open applications in Unity. So you see number 1 up there is my web browser. So if I hit the 1 key, it switches to Ubuntu News, which is the web browser window that I have open. If I want to go back to gedit, I can hit 4. And if I want to go to my terminal window, I can hit 6. Those are all open applications. If I pick one of the applications that's not open, those applications will launch. So I can use it to switch directly between windows and also to launch applications without taking my hands off the keyboard. Very handy. Now another thing that I'm going to show you here is a little trick that you can use to make the dash do launch kind of anything you want. So I'm going to do Control Alt down arrow, which is going to take me to a new virtual workspace or virtual or desktop environment. So I'm going to do Control Alt down arrow, and I'm on a new desktop. So now I have a clean slate here, and I'm going to add a launcher item that will take me straight to Ubuntu News. So I'm going to do that by first I'm going to right click on the desktop. I'm going to choose Create Launcher, and then I have this little Create Launcher application. I'm going to call this Ubuntu News. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a command. So you can put any command here that you want. Any command that you like to use you can put in here. So what the command that I want this to open a new instance of Ubuntu News. So I'm going to say Firefox http://ubuntunews.org. I'm going to say OK. That's going to create a launcher item on my desktop, Ubuntu News. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to drag it onto the launcher. Now it was added onto the launcher for me right here, and now I can click that, and it opens a new, it opens Ubuntu News for me again. So if I have all these closed, hold down the key, see it says 9 right there now on top of that item. If I click 9, it would open Ubuntu News for me.